Hello, I'm Indira, and this is a Connecting All Hearts guided meditation to raise your vibration and to raise the vibration of human consciousness. Now, many of us spend time grumbling about the divisions in our country and in the world. We bemoan the state of politics, we criticize the other side. When we do this, when we pay so much attention to the dysfunction, we actually lend energy to it. What if instead, or at the very least in addition to, we spent time correcting those energies? What if we started correcting those energies in ourselves? And then we lent our new vibration to the collective human consciousness. You know how people are affected by the energies of crowds. Well, the crowds are affected by the energies of you, the energies you emit. And if there are a lot of us doing this, then just imagine what the effect might be. We can take 10 minutes, a couple of times a day, to raise your own vibration. Then share that with the world. When you make that sharing conscious and intentional, it's so powerful. So today what we're going to do in our Connecting All Hearts meditation is conjure the violet flame within ourselves. The violet flame is an element of Christian mysticism. The violet flame is a representation of the pure light of God that enlivens our bodies and our minds and our souls. The violet flame is the mighty I Am presence. When we invoke it, we are actually making ourselves conscious of the mighty pulse of God presence within ourselves. When we visualize this flame and imagine it doing its purifying work, when we imagine the violet flame purifying and infusing the thoughts and perceptions and beliefs that swirl around us, when we do this, we are using our human will to clear the way for God's will to come into being in the world and in our own hearts and in our own lives. So, let's begin this important work, shall we? As you close your eyes and take a deep, quiet breath, you notice that it is so easy to relax. In fact, relaxation is graceful and so easy. You simply breathe and let go. You sink into softness and grace. Your body feels the solid support underneath it. Your limbs become heavier and sink into that support as the very cells of your body begin attuning to one another. The molecules and atoms of your cells slow their movement. Slow, heavy, and relaxed. You are aware of yourself now as a pulse of God's light. It's as if the ocean of God's light has bubbled up in your individual heart, pulsing up gently from the sea of perfection into a perfect flame within your heart. This flame is part of God, and it is essentially you, isn't it? Yes. Become aware of your own core of perfection, this pulse of the divine that is you. I wonder if you can sense this self with a capital S. That is you. That is God. Yes, I think you can. This self has a will, and it is ours to direct. The will of our God self is perfect communion with God. God expressed as self and God expressed as others. Shall we direct our will now, the will of our God self? Yes, we notice first how very relaxed we are, watching the breath move through our bodies, feeling it, hearing it. We feel ourselves going to an even deeper level of relaxation. We continue paying attention to the sensation of breath moving through your body. That's right. From this very relaxed state, imagine now a column of violet light 6 feet wide, extending 3 feet above your head and 3 feet below your body, under your feet, all around you. Beautiful column of violet light, wide, expansive. And now imagine as the violet light becomes a violet flame. If you imagine the violet flame as a purifying flame, you might be just right. That's it. Purifying, burning up the negativity, incinerating fear and confusion in your own heart. The violet flame clears away negative charges, seeking out now the dark places. That's right. A sanitizing flame, cleansing, clearing, sweetening your heart, showing you yourself, true self, light of God that is you. That's it. Yes. Elizabeth Clare Prophet writes, when we invoke the violet flame, it sets up a polarity between the nucleus of the atom and the white fire core of the flame. The nucleus, being matter, assumes the negative pole. The white fire core of the violet flame, being spirit, assumes the positive pole. Yes, I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity of God's desire. I am. I am that I am. And now shall we sweep the violet flame through the hearts of our loved ones. Yes, let us take a moment now and imagine that flame sweeping, clearing, purifying, elevating the vibration of hearts and minds of our loved ones, clearing, cleansing, loving, healing. Yes, that's it. Yes, that's it exactly. We see the clearing. We experience the purification of hearts all around us. The hearts are sweet. The hearts become sweet with the violet flame of God. And now we expand our love. We sweep the beautiful violet flame throughout our beloved country, sweeping, clearing, sweetening, purifying. Oh yes, watching as the flame clears hearts throughout the country. Like a magnet sweeping over, picking up metal filings, clearing, clearing, yes. And now we pull back even further so that we can see the entire globe, our beautiful earth. We declare and send the violet flame to cleanse and heal beloved Mother Earth. Human hearts all over the globe are cleared and sweetened as the mighty violet flame of God passes over, passes through, passes all around, and the white light in the center of the flame, the white light of spirit, purifies as it loves, sweeping back and forth and all around, over and again, our earth. Yes. And now we expand even further to meet the light of God within the universe itself. We use our strengthened will, our clarified will, our mighty will to sweep the purifying violet light throughout the cosmos. The will of God is my will. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity of God's desire. Yes. 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 And Let us return to that singular bubble rising up in our hearts, our very own hearts, from the ocean that is God, pulsing in the center of our own hearts. Yes, right there in our very own hearts. That's it. We send a prayer of gratitude to our hearts for this beautiful attunement with God's perfect will. Thank you. Thank you. And now, as we once again notice the breath moving through our bodies, we take a deep cleansing breath. Yes. And then another. And we open our eyes and we come back to the room. Yes. Oh, wow. Thank you so much for this work. Sometimes I believe that the work we and many others are doing right now is the only reason the earth doesn't spin off its axis in response to the mass fear and frustration being pumped into the atmosphere. Let us, as light workers, continue to do our part. It's so important. Continue to help us elevate the vibration of consciousness. And I'll see you here again on the first Wednesday of February 2019 at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with yet another meditation. I'll be taking the New Year's season away for renewal. Until we meet again, I ask you to repeat this meditation. Your work, your quiet work, could be as important as any sermon, any election, any best-selling book, any hit song or celebrated work of art, anything like that. This is as important as that. And so I thank you and I bless you with all of the love in my heart until February.